Gamiel Hall. Welcome to TommieMedia's The Locker Room. St. Thomas football sits comfortably atop of the MIAC during this bye week, coming off a 21-0 homecoming win against Concordia. After giving up 108 yards on the ground the first game of the season, linebacker Steve Harrell and the Tommie defense have only allowed 134 yards rushing in 5 games. Damon Longstreet and the offensive line continue to open up lanes for the ball carriers, who have 21 total rushing touchdowns on the season. I'm joined today by head coach Glenn Caruso, Steve Harrell, and Damon Longstreet. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Happy to be here.
Thanks for having us.
All right, now, Coach, after an early season loss to Wisconsin Stout, how important was last weekend's win in terms of taking command of your own playoff fate?
It was big for a lot of reasons. The playoffs usually go off of, if you're a Pool A, then it's a conference success, right? So it's how you do in your league. Still, you can have a Pool C bid, as we've had a couple times throughout the years. But more importantly than the win and the trajectory is the progress that we were able to make. And what was great about this game last weekend was there were certain things as a coaching staff that you go in and you say, we want these things, but we need to get these things out of this game, and we did that. Dominant defense, stopping a real run game, a legitimate run game, and running the ball when we needed to and being able to control the flow of the game. So check marks on all those.
All right, Steve, your defense shut out Concordia and held St. John's to 1 rushing yard in 2 pivotal games this season. What kind of confidence does that give this unit moving forward?
I mean, it was incredible, especially from, like you said, a real running team. That was, I think the confidence continued to grow within the game itself, just knowing how great guys were playing. Mistakes were kind of covered up sometimes by just how hard people were playing, how guys were just running the ball. And very assignment sound, and that's, again, just like instills confidence and trust not only in the players but also coaching staff and just in the game plan in general. So,
all right, Damon. The offensive line struggled a bit early in the season, but seems to have figured things out in recent weeks. What's different now and why?
I think we're starting to gain a lot of trust with the offensive line and growing as a unit and trusting that the guy next to us is going to make their play, so we just simply have to do our job and make the most of it.
All right, Damon and Steve, I know it's hard to believe, but we're already in mid-October. What are you most looking forward to as your senior seasons begin to wind down?
Wow. To me, it's just making the most of every moment left. I mean, it's really surreal now that the bye week's hit. We've played St. John's and Concordia. There's only 4 guaranteed games left, so just really making the most of the opportunity.
yeah, you know, as I continue, I'll go on Huddle and just kind of watch games from like past seasons and just like understand that feeling of like how much I want that time back and how it's going to be even multiplied after this year. So it's just, again, enjoying every second of it, really kind of giving everything I got left. So that's how I feel about it.
How about you, Coach? What are you most looking forward to in the final stretch of these 2 seasons?
Well, specifically to our senior class, I think they hit it right on the head, is maximizing every opportunity. We know our opportunities are finite. But in terms of a program, it's getting better. I mean, yes, you want to continue to win games. Absolutely. We're not done, right? But it's, are we getting better as a program? Are we getting better as a team? And that's why a game, homecoming win like last weekend was such a big deal to us because, yes, it showed a win, but more importantly, it showed great growth.
And now it's time for this week's fan question. Senior Mitch Zovnik wants to know, what current or former NFL player would you most compare your game to? Who wants to start us off?
Well, I don't know if I could compare, but someone I look up to is Joe Thomas, the offensive tackle for the Cleveland Browns. Just a guy who has played 10,000 consecutive snaps over that amount and just continued excellence and clearly doing the little things right and keeping their bodies healthy through it all.
I'm going to go with Chris Borland. He's former player, played on the Badgers, so watching him a lot, just knowing height has a lot to do with it as well. But also just the fact that if he wasn't making the tackle, I mean, he was right there by the ball too. So, yeah.
Nice. If you have a fan question, tweet it to @TommieMedia. Thanks for being here, guys. It's great having you on.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Gamiel.
Thanks for joining us, and be sure to check TommieMedia for all the campus news. With Coach Caruso, Steve Harrell, and Damon Longstreet, I'm Gamiel Hall. We'll see you next time in The Locker Room.